Yeah, wearing his talking baseball. Oh, and his Rays. Is that a gamer?
You know it's a gamer, Chris.
Let's see.
What's up, baby?
I want to see the back. I want to see the back. Does it say Plouffe? Does it say
I'm
hot
just.
guy? What does it say?
It's a jersey of the first place Tampa Bay Rays.
Ah,
I wanted to
okay.
give some love to them. I feel like we haven't been giving a lot of love to these Rays.
You're right. You're right. And I probably should have added a question about them, but I did not. So that's my bad on the editorial. I'll take it as a screw up. I'm sorry about it, but I do want to say this. It was great hanging out with you and Olivia this weekend. We had a tremendous time at dinner on Saturday night. We basically shut the place down. So it was fun.
We had a great time. Food was good. Company was better. Yeah, man, we got to do that more often. We got to do that more often for sure.
It was just a start, man. It was the first of many.
Yes. Next time you're paying too, all right?
Don't make it seem like I didn't go halvesies with you.
We went
Don't make it seem like, okay?
That was nice.
We're going to charge it to the company, though. That's the goal. Charge it to the company.
You haven't already? I already have.
Oh, good call. God, that was such a veteran move. Such a veteran move.
Throw it in there.
All right, let's get it going with those red-hot Philadelphia Phillies who have won 8 straight, including a 3-game sweep at home of the then first-place New York Mets. They're now the third-place New York Mets. Wheeler was dominant. Bryce Harper, a couple of bombs. So as of right now, are the Phillies the leader in the clubhouse with the NL Cy Young Award and the NL MVP?
Well, I would say yes, and that's only if you believe a pitcher should win the MVP, which I do not believe in that. And
Wow.
Wheeler would win both right now. But Harper, so Wheeler, yes, Cy Young. Harper, no, not MVP. He's not there yet. He's been playing at an MVP caliber for the last 2 months, basically. He had a really tough May. Other than that, he's been going off, but he just doesn't lead in any offensive categories. You can't.
Right.
There's nothing that he's doing that's dominant over everybody else, except lately he's been playing that way. So we have the recency bias going on. I've been looking. I don't even know who could be the NL MVP right now. It's still Tatis. If he comes back, he's going to run away with it, and he's okay. Other than that, you're looking at Muncy, I think.
Uh-huh.
And even him, as good as he's been, there's nothing he hasn't run away with anything. So it's going to be an interesting race. Wheeler could win both. He's been that good. If he continues what he's doing, like I said, I don't necessarily believe a pitcher should ever win MVP. And I know it's happened before, obviously, but I'm struggling to find somebody. Juan Soto, Max Muncy, who you got?
Well, okay, for NL Cy Young, I think it's easy. Wheeler so far, because of the DeGrom injury, has just been fantastic. He's taken and run with it. He leads Major League Baseball in innings pitched and in strikeouts, and yesterday he became the first pitcher to retire 22 straight for the Phillies since the late Roy Halladay, whom they were honoring yesterday. They retired his number back when he threw his perfect game, which was unbelievable. Joe Girardi was in tears talking about it. The day and the whole weekend by the Phillies, A++. I thought it was great. Few teams do a better job of bringing back their veterans and their longstanding legends than the Phillies, and they showed why this weekend. As far as the NL MVP, one name I would like to bring up, Willy Adames.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, but he has been their best player since they traded for him in May. Far and away, and this hasn't been a team that's been tearing the cover off the ball. So I think it's somebody you have to consider. I think hopefully if Tatis comes back and leads them to a playoff berth, I do agree with you. I think he's going to end up getting it. Bryce Harper, really solid year, an OPS of almost 1,000, but these guys missed 20 games. So
right now in Vegas, they still have Tatis leading it. He's still got juice on him minus 120, and then the next two are Harper and Muncy at plus 450. So it's really tough. I love what Adames has brought to Milwaukee, but dude, it's not enough to win NL MVP. I know he's been super valuable, so if you take the award at face value, he's been that valuable to them, but not as much. He's not winning the MVP.
Well, so there's another name that's bouncing around in our chat. Two of them, Nick Castellanos. No question, if they get to the playoffs, he's going to get strong consideration. And your reigning MVP, Freddie Freeman. He has just rocket shipped. I don't know if that's a term or not, but he has over the last month.
Nope. I love everybody putting these suggestions. nobody's run away with it. Like
Yeah,
no one's even close. Muncie's the closest thing to running away with it.
Yeah, but there isn't one. So there is no running away with it. All right. Let's talk about the team that the Phillies dismantled this weekend, the New York Mets. Did you see what Pete Alonso said after they suffered the 3-game sweep?
Mets fans, believe in us. And don't just believe, know that this is just a speed bump and a challenge. And also smile. You get to watch baseball, even though it's a game. We got this. We got this. Just smile and just know that we got this.
Yeah, he tells everybody, remain calm. Do you appreciate the effort here? Or if you're a Mets fan, are you just like, Pete, zip it? I can't take it right now.
I love you, Pete, but, you do know where you play, right? Like, New York people don't want to hear, hey, smile, you get to watch baseball. I love the sentiment, and I know what he's trying to say. He's trying to calm everyone down. He's trying to do his Aaron Rodgers relax. That's what he was trying to do. But the way he worded it was more like he was playing in Minnesota. If you said that stuff in Minnesota, like, hey, like, smile, we're working hard, like, people in Minnesota are like, okay, yeah, they're working hard. Because that's just how they are. You say that to people in New York, like, that doesn't matter. Results matter. Go get the freaking job done, Pete. So it was interesting because, he knows the landscape there, the media landscape, but he chose to kind of portray it as that. And, that's stuff you might say in the clubhouse, like, keep it loose, guys. We'll be all right. We're putting the work in. Things will come. But, people in New York don't want to hear that, Chris.
Nope. It's a great effort. It's a great try. You're right. Other parts of the country might smooth things over, not in New York. I understand what he was doing. And in fact, they started it yesterday morning when Steve Cohen, the owner, actually addressed the team.
What did he say? Because I can't find what he said.
So he just basically, according to his Twitter, he just came in and reassured the team that they're in a good place and all that sort of stuff. I'm never so certain how that goes over. Like, the clubhouse, in my opinion, as an outsider, was always reserved for the players and the manager and the coaches. Anything else that's said by a GM or ownership or anything else as an executive rings hollow. Am I wrong?
Honestly, it happens so seldomly that, like, I don't even know. Like, I don't remember ever having an owner come and give us a pump of speech in the clubhouse. Like, never.
So Polad never came in and fired you up?
Polad never came in. He'd be on the field.
Come on, guys.
Thought to him, but he knew that wouldn't. I mean, maybe if he did it, it would hold weight because it'd be so unexpected.
Right.
I think Stevie's having fun with it. He owns a team. He wants to be part of this, and he wants to say, I went and gave him that pump-up speech, and then they went off on this crazy run, except it doesn't really work that way. You don't ever think about what the owner's thinking of you or if the owner thinks you guys are in a good place. Like, you got to go perform. He's not in the foxhole with these guys, like, grinding it out. Like, he's not there. Like, they know that. So, I think maybe it was cool for them to see him and like for him to come down, but he can't make that a regular thing.
Yeah. So there's only 3 owners that I can remember in major professional sports that have been in front of the camera much. Mark Cuban, who's been there since day one. Steve Ballmer, now the Clippers, who is there every game and looks like a blast to play for because he is so passionate about it. And Jerry Jones, who's the only owner who has press conferences, win or lose, after every Cowboys game. So I guess that Steve Cohen – and listen, for years, baseball has needed personality. Like, I hated it that Mark Cuban wanted to buy the Cubs and baseball didn't want it.
That's crazy.
I think the sport would have totally changed over the last 2 decades with him in it. So I'm not against it. I'm just saying that at this time where the Mets are really sliding and have dropped 4 straight series, I'm not so sure that's exactly what the fan base wants to hear. It's like our owner came in and fired us up, and our first baseman told us it's going to be okay.
He told you to smile. He told New Yorkers to smile, Chris. Did they get to watch baseball? That's like, I'm from California, dude, but like I'm kind of entrenched in this whole New York Yankees Twitter thing.
Right.
Boy, oh boy. I think that's the last thing any New Yorker wants to hear.
Yeah. Hey, quick reminder that today's Instagram Live is presented to you by our friends over at Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com. Use the code word ROSE. You get 20% off of your order, plus free shipping as well. And go out and get yourself the brand new Lawnmower 4.0. We're talking about 9,000 RPM, motor-powered, 360-degree rotary dual-blade system. It'll take care of you. You'll clean it up south of the equator. That special someone in your life will love you. I promise you. In addition to that, you get the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner, plus 2 free gifts, the Performance Boxer briefs, and the Shed travel bag as well. So there you go.
We both wore Manscaped boxers to our dinner.
We did. And while Michelle and Olivia were having their conversation, we showed each other that we were wearing the Manscaped boxer briefs.
You're such a dork. Why'd you do that, man? You made me do it.
Well, I just wanted proof, because you would have been like, really? Well, show me. So I figured I'd take the upper hand.
People are probably like, what are these idiots doing over there?
It's manscaped.com/rose. Okay? Use the keyword rose. 20% off plus free shipping. All right, let's continue on. Another huge weekend for the Jays. They take 3 of 4 from the Boston Red Sox. George Springer, a monstrous 3-run shot off of the all-star Matt Barnes. Jays come back and win that game. They're just 3 back of the Sox for the second wild card spot now. In your opinion, is George Springer the most clutch, active hitter we have in baseball?
I don't know. You gave me some stats to back it up, so I'll say, I'm going with you. I know he's very clutch. This is what I know about George Springer. He always puts himself in a good athletic position, no matter what he's doing, whether it's at the plate, whether he's playing defense, he just looks ready to go. So maybe that's why he's clutch. He's so consistent with what he does. It just makes things easier in crunch time. But he's been crazy. It's like that home run that he hit, it was yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at this sheet right now. They had a 16.8% chance of winning the game when he stepped up to the plate. Hits the ball, gives them the lead. 83.6% chance to win the game. He's a game changer.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. But I'm hit and miss on the percentages and stuff.
Well, they were losing, then they were winning. Okay, so that makes sense.
That's all you need to know.
27-16 when George Springer plays. He's been a huge addition to that team. He was my favorite free agent signing of the offseason, just because I think he's going to produce all the years of his contract. That's the kind of guy he is, the body that he has. I keep talking about his body. Sorry, he's got a good body. He knows how to use it, Chris. So I'm a big George Springer fan, but to answer your question, I don't know who the most clutch hitter is because how do you measure that?
Well, it's just who do you feel most comfortable with up at the plate in a major situation? To me, that's clutch. Clutch is such a strange word, so I hated throwing it in there. But I'm just saying, who, as a fan, are you like, oh, my God, I love it that this guy's up? Because there's a lot of guys where you're like, oh, God, anybody but him.
Sure.
And with Springer, he's got 19 career postseason homers. There's only 3 guys that have more in the history of baseball. And people say, well, that's because he's played so many more games than all the rest of those guys. That's not true. He's got more than Reggie Jackson, who played in more playoff games. He's got more than Mickey Mantle, who played in more playoff games. So that's not necessarily accurate. And this year alone, he's got 25 extra base hits in under 160 at-bats. So every 6.2 at-bats, he's getting an extra base hit. That is big time in today's game. So I'm a huge Springer fan. I know that certain people will never be Springer fans based on what happened in Houston. That is your right. That's fine. Whatever.
I think I'm going with who I want at the plate, bases loaded, whatever, that whole situation. I think Juan Soto's my guy.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, by the way.
He's 22 freaking years old. I can't believe I just said that.
I'm good with that, too. Nothing wrong. All right, Oakland, now the number 1 team in the wild card. They take care of the Texas Rangers this weekend, just 2 back to Houston in the West. They've won 4 straight. Bigger story, though, out there in the outfield. Is it the arrival and the performance of Starling Marte, or that Ramon Laureano just got popped 80 games for PEDs and will be out the rest of the year and into 2022?
Thank goodness they got Marte, right? That's kind of how I look at the situation. What they thought would be some sort of a robust outfield now, it's just a replacement for Laureano. And he says he didn't take anything, and there's kind of this whole thing going on with these guys testing for old school steroids in their system. A lot of these guys saying, I have no idea what's going on. So there is a little bit of a story there because you never want to have this happen where, you're taking the game away from guys for nothing. So if he didn't do it, and like I said, there is some stuff going on that seems really fishy to me if you read up on it. Chris Colabello is another guy that and there was like 5 or 6 guys who got tested for the same type of steroid. It's like an old school Russian steroid. So it's a weird thing going on. Hopefully I kind of hope he's telling the truth and he gets this fixed or whatever, but that's a big hit for them. Thankfully, they got Starling Marte, who's hitting .425 in however many games, 9 games for the A's. So he's come over and helped immediately. So I guess, Marte's the bigger story. They need him to continue to do what he's been doing just to replace Laureano, because Laureano is one of the best center fielders in the game.
Yeah, so he's been amazing. And I have a couple of buddies that I work with over at NFL Network who are huge Oakland A's fans, and they loved the pickup. They were like, this is exactly what we need. We talked about the day that he was traded. Not only can the guy hit, but what he does when he's on the bases. And I think he's got 7 stolen bases so far in those 9 games, which is a remarkable feat. Yesterday, he had 4 hits. In 6 of his last 7 games, he's had multiple hits in a game. So he's doing everything. But don't discount what Ramon Laureano does. 760 OPS, which is above average. He's almost a 2.5 WAR player at this point of the season. Really, really good defender, one of the best arms in baseball. So we can't just say, okay, if they put Piscotty or Brown out there, they're good to go, because it's not. When they made that trade, they were thinking, man, we're going to have one of the best outfields in baseball, and that's not going to happen now. So the Marte addition, fantastic, but let's not just throw Ramon Laureano off to the side and say, he was just an average player, because he is not an average player.
No, he's an energetic, spark plug for that team as well. Like days when, you show up to the park and you're not feeling great and, you don't have that buzz, Laureano's a guy that can just do that. He can make a play in center field and pump everybody up. He can hit a home run and pump everybody up. He can go try to fight the other team and pump everybody up. They're missing.
Yes. Hey, real quickly, I usually don't respond to things that are in the chat, but one guy says, how can these guys talk about baseball? They never played a game in their life. I don't know if you're just trying to stir shit up or what. That might work for me. Doesn't work for the other guy on the screen. Stop. Please, don't be a moron. Let's move on. Lucas Giolito. Thank you, Race. I think of Trevor Plouffe as a Ray. That's right.
Ray's legend,
yeah. Lucas Giolito facing the Minnesota Twins for the first time since that little incident with Josh Donaldson. Does that add any extra spark as you're watching tonight?
No, because I don't think Donaldson's going to play. He's been battling like a hamstring thing. He didn't play at all this weekend, so I doubt he'll be in there. And I talked to both of them actually about everything after it happened. Lucas was happy it's over. He just wants to go pitch. Lucas is in a different spot than Donaldson. Donaldson's paid. He's done everything. Like, he's cruising. He can afford to be mad at somebody. Lucas needs to focus on his game because the paycheck's still coming. He's already established himself, obviously, but like he needs to keep going. And that's kind of the sentiment I got from him. Like, he's like, I want to focus on baseball. I'm not trying to like go out there and start fights. That's not what I do. So I don't think it would have escalated even if Donaldson was there. But I don't think he's going to even play. So kind of a not going to happen type thing. But maybe Lucas, sees the Minnesota colors and is like, fuck it. Like, let me go hard tonight.
Well, let's remember that game at the end of June, Giolito actually won the game. He did fine in his 6 innings.
Oh, he had that line. He said, I got the W next time.
Right, I got the W. And, he's moved on. I talked to him a couple days later on the Rose rotation, and he was like, yes, there was Josh and I talked in the parking lot. There's not much to it. He was very forthright and honest, and, everybody made a big deal about it, and we talked about it. But I think he's moved on. He is about as professional as you get. I think he's more concerned with getting himself right because this team is running away with the division. And he just wants to make sure he is the best Lucas Giolito he can be in 2021 by the time they get to October. And so this is just another step in that. We've seen, he had his best performance of the year coming out of the All-Star break. But then in his last performance, he wasn't very good. He went only 4 innings. So he's still searching for that consistency. That's the biggest story here. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one. Dodger Stadium yesterday, we saw some idiot run on the field and actually have enough speed to elude security as he's headed toward the short wall down the right field line. The ball girl gets him, kind of helps him flip over. What do we think of the whole thing?
I go back and forth on streakers. I call them streakers, even though most of them aren't naked.
Right.
I go back and forth. I think it's entertaining, and I I know, like, as players, you kind of, like, get a little scared. Someone might, like, come on the field and do something to you. But, like, statistically, I don't think has it ever happened? It's usually just some idiot who's trying to impress his friends, and the crowd always loves it. So I go back and forth. Like, do I like these guys coming on the field?
No.
Probably not, because it could end up causing some harm. Good on the ball girl. I don't think she pushed the guy. She directed him, and then the short wall did all the work.
Yeah.
If you're ever over there on the side, like on the foul lines, you got to be cognizant of that. How tall is that fence? Because if I go over there and it clips my knee, I'm going over that bad boy, and he did. He went over there hard.
Yeah, and guess what? Any injury that comes his way, he deserves it. See you, moron.
So you don't like the streakers?
No, I just don't like it because to me, it's a safety issue. I want you guys concentrating on the game. I come to watch you play. I don't come to watch morons run on the field.
You know, I had a friend who was a very shy kid at Crespi High.
Shout out.
And one day he got in his mind that he wanted to streak, like naked streak. And it was Louisville had a soccer game.
Louisville's it's an all girls.
All girls, yeah. I went to all boys school. This all girls school. They had a soccer game at our field, and it was like halftime. It's not halftime in soccer, whatever it's called in soccer.
Yeah, it's halftime.
Is there a halftime in soccer?
Yeah, they play two halves. Are you new to this?
I thought soccer didn't play two halves.
That's hockey. They play 3 periods. Anyway, continue on. Holy shit.
So it was halftime, and everyone was huddled up, and my buddy went and did it. He put like a shirt over his head, just went naked, ran across the field. It changed his life. We say from that moment on, he got this like weird confidence out of nowhere. And we still tell him, like, that is the day that you changed your life, man. You were the shy kid. Now, like, he's very confident and outgoing.
No, dude, we are not condoning this.
I'm just saying. That's why I have a soft spot for streakers.
I am not condoning this. Sorry, not condoning it. All right, I want to tell you a little bit about the outfit I'm wearing today. Okay, big time shirt and hat. This is the Macon Bacon. They are a summer wood bat collegiate team. Awesome job. Thank you very much to Tony Baldwin, the VP of Marketing, for sending it our way. I really appreciate it. I'll be putting it out on their social media feed. So if you're interested on where you can purchase this stuff, it's a great, the Macon Bacon.
Love it.
Can you get any better than that?
A lot of bacon in the minor leagues going on right now. I actually just had a bacon and egg breakfast burrito, so it's on brand. Did
you work out beforehand, or?
No, I'm going to go on a run later. I have a lot of stuff to do in the morning today. Then after that, I'm going on a run.
Okay. What do we? Speaking of, what do we have with JOMBOY Media today? You got Talking Baseball?
Talking Baseball. Going out there right now to do the series recap, which is always fun. Love Monday shows. I get pumped for Monday shows. Then direct after that, I'm doing this other thing that I committed to, different network. I'm filling in for some guys.
Whoa. What does that mean?
Nothing. They asked me if I could do it, and I worked with them before I even worked with JOMBOY. So I said, you know what? I'll take care of you guys.
You want to share with us, or no?
Oh, it's just Stadium. It's like another online media.
Oh, yeah, sure. I know Stadium.
So me and Steve Phillips will be there chopping it up about all the things that are going on in baseball.
Okay, well, don't make me get jealous now.
I'm with a lot of people today. I'm getting around today.
You're very, very popular.
Steve Phillips, man.
Very popular. Rose Rotation, latest episode is dropped with Stephen Brault. We talk about his 2021 season debut. We already put out there on social media one of the 2 or 3 best stories we've had on the Rose Rotation about something he said in high school. If you haven't watched the clip, you'll laugh. And go watch the entire show. He's really Brault's got a future in this business. He's one of the guys who is he's entertaining, his storytelling, the tone of his voice, everything. He's already got it. I think a lot of the guys in the rotation do, in my opinion. You're going to be seeing them do something on our platform in the future when they're all done. He's one of them. So go out and enjoy.
Love that.
There you go. All right, we're back at it again tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. Are we good with that?
I am, and then Wednesday I won't be here. Thursday I will, though. So do you need one day without me, Chris? You can be okay?
I've already filled the spot. I don't want to give away who it is, but you're going to be entertained.
Okay. And people stop saying I'm high right now. I am not high right now. Why? Everyone always says that every day.
It's not fair.
I just, look, I got kids. They wake me up early. I got bags under my eyes. I feel like people are attacking me.
Well, can I tell you something real quick? I'm supposed to be speaking, I think, to like a college class about the industry. I thought it was 7 a.m. Pacific time. I look at the Zoom. They're like, okay, can't wait. I'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock tonight Pacific time. Man. Could have still been sleeping.
You got it, baby. You got it.
Idiot. All right. Everybody have a wonderful baseball Monday. Only 5 games on the schedule, but we'll have plenty to talk about tomorrow. Can't wait. Plouffe, have a great day, dude.
See you mañana.